Paul Heyman to replace Bron Breakker in his group with a former six-time WWE World Champion. Exploring the possibility. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. On the latest episode of WWE Raw, Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed confronted Roman Reigns. Following the OTC1's return last week, this was the first time the trio faced him in a verbal standoff. While things went downhill and Seth Rollins' heel stable was left in the dust, fans noticed something. A minor incident that may indicate who will be leaving the group first and who could potentially replace them. During the confrontation, Heyman asked Reigns to join them and lead the group. This was due to Rollins being out with an injury. However, moments later, Breakker took to the mic to tell the OTC1 to leave. This made no sense, but it adds to the underlying story. Heyman wants peace and would love to have the OTC1 lead the new team, but Breakker is against it. This could be the turning point for the former Intercontinental Champion in the group. WWE has portrayed him as someone who does not listen to orders like Reed does. This small interaction could be the final nail in the coffin. Fans also noticed how Reed was handed the Money in the Bank briefcase to hold, and not Breakker. WWE could pivot the story to have Heyman replace Bron Breakker with Reigns. This means that the trio could consist of the OTC1, Reed, and Heyman. When Rollins returns, they could turn the tables and feud with him, as he could recruit Breakker. This would be the perfect ending to the story. However, Reigns did say that he would not join the crew, and they will have a match at SummerSlam. These are just speculations at this time. However, it is unlikely events would unfold this way, as Breakker has been the most dominant part of the stable since its inception. Especially in Rollins' absence. Bron Breakker should be a solo Paul Heyman guy. Fans have been constantly pushing for Breakker to be the next Brock Lesnar. Currently, the badass of WWE is a part of Seth Rollins' faction. Although the Oracle is currently his manager as part of the group, fans would love to see him work solo with Heyman. While Bron Breakker has the mic skills, he needs to appear more intimidating, and having Heyman do the talking will help achieve that. Bron Breakker could be the silent destroyer. Fans have been impressed with Breakker's work on the main roster. Not only has he established himself, but he has proven he can hang in the big leagues. He just needs another title push. This could be for the mid-card or the main titles. He is over with the fans, and they love his work in the ring. He could easily be the next big thing without a faction USO to ditch Roman Reigns for 8-time champion OG Bloodline to reunite. 4 things Jimmy USO could do. If he moves to WWE Raw WWE Superstar, Jimmy USO failed to win the United States Championship from Solo Sikoa at Saturday night's Main Event XL. On the Raw episode that followed SNME, Roman Reigns returned to help CM Punk and JUSO fend off Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, resuming his feud with Seth Rollins and his henchmen. Since the fighting is taking place on the Red Brand show, the former 8-time tag team champion could switch brands. Here are 4 things Big Jim can do if he moves to Monday Night Raw. The SmackDown Tag Team division is a power struggle. The WWE Tag Team Championship has changed hands multiple times across DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. The belts are currently held by the Wyatt Six, and the newly formed team of Rey Fenix and Andrade will face them for the belts on this week's episode of SmackDown. On the other hand, the World Tag Team Championship on Raw isn't as volatile. The belts are mostly locked away with a team until the storyline demands they change hands. The belts are with the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDonough right now, and could remain with them till the faction sees some instability or storyline change. Jimmy USO can change this rhythm if he joins hands with his brother Jey USO to compete for the World Tag Team Championship. The duo has won the Raw Tag titles 3 times and the SmackDown Tag titles 5 times. While the USOs are currently focusing on their careers as single superstars, they could briefly bring some life to the tag team division for the Monday night show. This would also be a good challenge for the Judgment Day. However, a reunification of the USOs would mean that Mr. Yeet will have to abandon Roman Reigns after SummerSlam to join his brother. Jimmy USO provoked Gunther ahead of WrestleMania 41, slapping him before the two of them faced each other in a singles match. The ring general absolutely crushed Big Jim, leaving him a bloody mess, while forcing Jey USO to watch with his hands tied to the ropes. The Yeet Master got revenge for his brother and dethroned Gunther at WM41 to win the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. However, the Austrian reclaimed the title on the Raw after Money in the Bank and is back in power. Thus, Big Jim could go after the ring general this time. While the WHC would definitely be a possible prize for him, he could also get some personal payback this way. The reunion of the OG Bloodline. The OG Bloodline has been scattered since Raw's Netflix debut, when its members combined forces to help Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa and his faction. The OTC won the tribal combat match and regained his Ula Fala from his former ally. Since then, while individual members have helped each other out, the group is mostly scattered. Notably, the Survivor Series is scheduled for November 29th this year. While this is still 4 months away, WWE may need to consider the limited schedule of Roman Reigns and start building for the event early if the OG Bloodline is to be part of the Men's War Games match. Thus, the faction will need a good reunion moment, which can easily happen with Jimmy USO on WWE Raw. Dominic Mysterio was down with a rib injury, which forced him to pull out of Night of Champions. AJ Styles, who was skeptical about Dirty Dom's condition, kept following him for weeks. This week's Raw episode saw the Judgment Day member landing a sneak attack on Styles and declaring that he would see him at SummerSlam. Interestingly, however, the Phenomenal One may be TNA bound and thus may end up losing to Dominic Mysterio at the biggest party of the summer. Dom would need a new opponent after this, and Jimmy USO could be up to the task. The former 8-time tag team champion won't be getting any success with the US Championship right now, since it is locked in the Solo Sikoa Jacob Fatu storyline. In the case of Dom, however, Finn Balor could be trying to make him drop the IC title as revenge for stealing the title from him at WrestleMania 41. Thus, Jimmy USO could go on to win his first singles title in WWE if he defeats Mysterio. It will be interesting to see if Big Jim moves to Raw. 3 reasons why Roman Reigns' match at WWE SummerSlam is a mistake. WWE SummerSlam will air in less than a week and a half. The big-time premium live event is set to stream on Peacock and Netflix on Saturday, August 2nd and Sunday, August 3. Despite the show being relatively close, Triple H and World Wrestling Entertainment are still adding matches to the card. So far, the lineup features major stars like Rhea Ripley, IYO Sky, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and several others. 4 more big names were officially added to the lineup over the past few days. The match in question is a tag team bout. Roman Reigns will return to the ring for the first time in months, and he'll team up with main event Jey Uso. The Cousins will battle it out against the dominant duo of Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. While this match should be solid and interesting, it is arguably a major mistake to book. This article will take a look at why Triple H and World Wrestling Entertainment's decision to book Roman Reigns in this tag team match for SummerSlam was a big mistake. Tag team wrestling is great. Proper tag teams with defined chemistry and double team moves can provide some of the most exciting action in WWE and pro wrestling as a whole. The SmackDown tag team division is an example of this. That being said, this match isn't really similar to that. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are 2 guys who, yes, are former stablemates, but are effectively single stars. Meanwhile, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed are in a similar situation. They might become a tag team in WWE full-time, but for now, that isn't the case. Instead of this being a brilliant tag team match, it will just be fine. This makes it underwhelming. Worse, it arguably diminishes Roman Reigns' star power. He isn't having a blockbuster singles match with someone. Instead, the OTC will share the spotlight with 3 other guys. He'll likely stand on the apron for most of the match, too. This means Roman will sometimes be on the side when he should be the main focus. It seems silly to waste Roman like this Bron Breakker is, without question, WWE's future star. Since his debut during NXT 2.0, he has been presented as a pro wrestler who will likely main event WrestleMania in the future. Now, that feels as if these predictions and his potential is being realized. The Big Bad Booty Nephew has linked up with some of the biggest names in the industry, including Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. Now, he is set to battle Roman Reigns at WWE's biggest premium live event of the summer. The issue here, once again, is that it is a tag match. Bron Breakker should be facing Roman Reigns in a singles match at SummerSlam 2025. Whether it's on night 1 or night 2, the 2 men should be going one-on-one. A tag match is still big for Breakker and for Bronson Reed for that matter. A one-on-one match between Bron Breakker and Roman Reigns, on the other hand, would have been huge for the former NXT champion. That could have led to Bron breaking out as a singles star. Instead, this will just be a memorable moment for him. The spotlight just isn't the same dot. The final reason why this match is a mistake stems from the format of the show. WWE SummerSlam 2025 is a two-night event for the first time. WrestleMania has been a two-night event for 5 years now, but SummerSlam had never been before August 2nd and 3. With a two-night event, WWE needs double the matches and, in theory, double the stars. Yes, names like Rhea Ripley, Gunther, CM Punk, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes are all booked, but the company missed a real opportunity here. Triple H and World Wrestling Entertainment could have had it arranged where Bron Breakker and Roman Reigns battled on one night, while Jey Uso and Bronson Reed fought on the other. This would have helped the card, and it would have spread star power around. Putting the names in one match may cause one night to feel less important and certainly less stacked than the other.